Good evening everybody, welcome to Apex Racing TV. Alex Simpson and Sam Kumo here for another round of the BSR MX5 Cup. Mr. Kumo, welcome, thank you for joining us for this one. I haven't seen anything of this series, so it's going to be completely new to me, and in typical fashion, I'm on my Mac and it's not updated yet, so I'm going to miss the start. So I'm going to need to hand it over to you to run through championship points, talk about the grid, and yeah, I'll jump in as soon as possible.
Hey, no worries, and I think you're in for a treat tonight. We had some great racing here. But yeah, let's go over the championship standings right now as the qualify is coming to a close. In the overall standings, we have Ceplevsky leading with 2074 points, followed by Aspier at 2010 points. Ceplevsky had a great results last week at Imola. And on the third, we have Hefford, fourth Holmes, Roverke at fifth, Rob Hartley sixth, was it Kevin Woods? Well, Woods is 7th, Jamie Ayres 8th, Paul Murray 9th, and Mark Waltham 10th. In the AM standings, we have Roverke 1st, Woods 2nd, Waltham 3rd, Wright 4th, Peter Van Gool 5th, Adam Delmont 6th, Ben Ladmore 7th, Colin Robinson 8th, Kip Stevens 9th, and Alan Mitchell is 10th. Just quickly looking over the team standings, we have Foxwood Racing, who have had a very strong second half of the season, leading Team Automech, who has also just quietly grid up the standings. Team Momo, who had very strong start, have so slowly started to fall back and currently holding third. Fourth is Youth Energy, who has also been very strong lately, followed by ProSim, Fan Esport 6th, VR Grip 7th, Outback Nokiel 8th, EM Racing 9th, and Super GT Racing 10th.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to this one. Just get on to the actual stream just so I can see what's going on while I'm waiting for this to update. But we're obviously penultimate round of the championship now, so it's coming to the you know, the point where everybody really needs to put on the best performances to try and win this championship. So, what's the series been like so far?
It's been very interesting and very epic. It's mainly been dominated by the battle between two teams, MSR Foxwood Racing and Team Momo. And I think the story has been that the Foxwood Racing has been dominant for these past few rounds. And I'm not sure where Team Momo has gone, because they've really not had the pace recently, and I think they might have lost some drivers as well. And for Team Automech, Roverke has been just bringing the points along with Long Murray, and that has allowed them to race up in the standings and currently second.
Sure. Well, qualifying's coming to an end, so let's just very quickly talk about Zandvoort circuit. Obviously, fantastic circuit. It's done some Formula 1 races here. Very short, very twisty, lots of camber, lots of elevation changes. So the MX5 should be a lot of fun. So I'm expecting these 3 races to be very closely competitive here for everybody. So I think time to take us through the qualifying grid.
Yep, the qualify is over, and I don't believe we have anyone on the hot lap anymore. Let's see here. There are a few guys still out there. Let's see if they are on the... Jamie Ayres is currently going fast. He's coming across the line. Is he going for a time lap? Let's see here. He's currently 10th. And that is not an improvement. Let's see, Christoph Killard. He is spinning and definitely not improving. How about Lee Palmer, currently 18th. And where is he on the track? He is at the chicane, close to the end. So let's see. Oh, and that was it at Hansford, or one of the guys just stopped on the corner exit there. Now, as Lee Palmer comes through the final corner, he's currently holding 18th at 1 minute 55, and I believe he is coming into the pits. So we are good to go over the starting grid. And on the pole, we have Aspier with Foxwood Racing, followed by Ceplevsky on the second, Brian Holmes third, David Hampson fourth, and Eric Coleman, who joined us for the first time last round, is fifth. Anwar Smith 6th, Christoph Killard 7th, Adam McNally 8th, Peter Van Gool 9th, Jamie Ayres 10th, Pete Newman 11th, Steve Pepper 12th, Stuart McFadden 13th, Steve Hanford, Orwo, another new driver in the series 14th, Colin Robinson 15th, Roy Werke 16th, Max Bright 17th, Lee Palmer 18th, Brian Jones I believe 19th, Ron Murray 20th, Ben Landmore 21st, Lee Deemer 22nd, Cesar Rizzo, another familiar name from all the BSR races we've been having, and 23rd, that is, who is that? Scott Smith, 24th, and that is our grid.
Pretty reasonable grid out there, 24th, just looking as it comes over my screen now as well. Fairly close, so should make for a good race. I can see different sort of packs there, so I think we'll have, you know, obviously the guys out front, perhaps just run away a little bit, and then we'll have that midfield action as well, and some of the people at the back fighting it out as well. So should be an interesting one. 3 15-minute races, so yeah, I'll hand it back over to you for the start, mate.
Yes, we are currently gridding and waiting for the final two guys, Stuart McFadden and Roy Werke, to come into the grid. I think some of these the very quite tight sections at the start with the changes of direction and chicanes will be very challenging for these guys. One of the features with this car that we've been seeing is that it doesn't take very kindly to rapid changes in direction, so I'm wondering if they are prepared for it on the first lap with the cold tires. As we are still waiting for the drivers to enter the grid. I believe they might be serving a penalty and start from our pits.
They're always very interesting here.
Lights are about to go green. And here we go. Good start from the front row. That is both Cebilewski and who was already forgot, but yeah, Cebilewski looking for the lead, but doesn't quite get alongside there. Let's see behind there. Fairly clean so far, no major issues here. Asbjörg leads, coming out of the turn 1. And behind them, a good battle back going on here. Boosted going wide, number 67, that is Christoph Killard. And behind him, Lee Palmer moving up. Oh, I'm making contact with Killard.
I'm just having a little look at the restart now, and yeah, everybody away well, including the people at the back as well. Very closely fought going into turn 1 in that mid pack as well. But yeah, the leaders got away really strong. No issues whatsoever as far as I can see as well. So good start. So yeah, I think we're in for a good race here.
Yeah, and behind there, back at the field, there's still good battles going on side by side, lead between Lee Palmer and Lee Deemer. And who's that ahead of them? Roy Werke and Craig Jones, I believe, side by side. As I completely missed up with the cameras.
Lots of multitasking going on for you today.
Yeah, moving back to the front.
It's always going to go wrong. That's no problem. I know the feeling very, very well. So
yeah, Asbjörg coming under pressure from Cebilewski.
Yeah, good to see Cheppy running in this series as well. Of course, doing extremely well in the BSR Pro Series at the moment. Sitting second, I believe, in that championship. Had another strong showing at the Nordschleife on this Thursday. So good to see him, yeah, competing in a couple of series. I know most drivers try and specialise in just the one, but yeah, Cheppy having a bit of fun out there in both.
As we see drivers ducking and weaving across the front straight. Very close back at the front. I don't think we've seen it many times to stay this close through the first lap. This is all the way down to, who is that behind them? This Jamie Ayres and Christoph Blood, top 10 all together here. Between 3.5 seconds.
Zandvoort, quite a short circuit, but I think actually in this MX5 that, the main straight is long enough to get a run, so I do think we'll see a lot of moves, but like you say, the pack at the moment just extremely close together, everybody's slipstreaming off everybody else out there, so it's going to be very difficult for the front runners to break away, and I think some of the people a bit further back, say 4 or 5 cars back, they won't want to make any sort of rash moves at the moment, because they'll just break that train, and the slipstream is so vital for the lap times to be able to hold on to the leader's pace at the moment, so it's going to take a couple of laps, I think, just to sort of filter out before drivers really start to go for maybe some aggressive moves.
Oh, and small contact by Brian Holmes. Contact with the back of Zepelaski. Just shows how close they are here. And yeah, even the last corner on this track, it's interesting because you can almost wind up the speed through there as Zepelaski looks at the outside line into the chicane, I believe that is. As we are defending the inside line. But it soon turns to the outside line as Zepelaski seems to be able to make a pass, and here comes also Brian Holmes. But here Beard is on the inside line and he should be able to maintain second place.
One thing about this circuit as well, every corner leads into the opposite.
Oh, as Beard gets it all wrong. And who's that? That's Dave Hampson, who's able to just overtake both of the Fox racing cars. And 3 wide across the main straight.
When you start to battle that closely, often there's the odd little mix up here or there, and you expect a little bit of contact, so everybody seems to be still intact, the pack's still close together, which is all we care about.
And also the newcomer Eric Coleman still mixed up in here in the top battles, so he's really making a strong introduction to his career in this series. And who's that I hear? Contact, that might be Christophe Gillard and Jamie Ayres behind them, battling for the 10th place.
Yeah, good to see new people coming into the league and featuring at the sort of sharp end already. So seeing his progress, obviously it takes a few races just to get used to the competition, what they're like, and how to drive around them, who you can lean on, and those drivers that you can't. So definitely going to be someone to watch already, right up there.
Looking back through the field, let's see, do we have good battles going on here? Pete Newman and Steve Efford is also quite close. Efford just couldn't get the car inside there, but seemed to get a good run here. Might look into the chicane.
Efford and Newman drivers that have competed against each other a long time. A lot of different series, and I'm pretty sure we bring it up pretty much every time, but obviously Pete Newman, one of the drivers in last year's BSR TC that drove from a hospital bed because he didn't want to lose his spot in the showdown, so dedication. So yeah, good to see him in the MX-5s again.
Yeah, that's definitely dedication, and I think Pete Newman also drives in the BSR Porsches probably for this season.
Yeah, he does as well. So.
Oh, and ahead of them Adam McNally and Christophe Gillard. That is Gillard on the inside line and takes the 8th place. McNally fighting back. Jamie Ayres joining in for the front. Let's see, Jamie Ayres just wasn't able to get the inside line there. Now into the hairpin. Seems to calm down here. But the battle for second place still continues between Zepelaski and Brian Holmes. And meanwhile, Dave Hampson has been able to move into the lead.
See what he can do at the moment, see if he can stretch away at all while these guys are battling behind. Now's the opportune time. Obviously Cheppy trying to hold on, he'll be constantly looking in his mirrors, seeing what's going on behind, but he'll be acutely aware that he can't afford to let this gap build up any more than it is, otherwise have a heck of a job trying to fight back later on in the race. We're already quite a way through, so not long left really. These are really short little sprint races. For anybody interested in getting involved, head on over to bsrhub.com and you can register there. But yeah, another season I'm pretty sure coming up after this one, Sam?
Yeah, I haven't heard any confirmation about that, but I would expect so. It has been, oh, and who is that? That's Peter McCool getting it all wrong. losing on the exit. And that's really a bad place because it's going to be difficult to rejoin there. Oh, and don't rejoin on the traffic.
Take a quick look at that one back, maybe see exactly what happens. I'll have a look at it from here.
So yeah, for this season, I think we've seen that these cars tend to form these kind of draft packs. It's not very easy to just pull away unless you're significantly faster. And instead we get these groups of, let's say, 4 to 5 cars that just run together and just are able to pull away from the rest. As we see here, the top 6 is very close together, and then there's another pack from Christoph Killard all the way down to, that is Steve Hansford on the 12th.
Yeah, it's very similar to what we see in the Rick Mitchell Sports Car Series that runs sort of, well, Monday night, Tuesday morning, GMT. And again, in that class, they're very, very close. And they have a pit stop to do in that one, and that can separate them apart, or it can bring them back together. But again, always there's just this pack racing that seems to go on with the MX5s, and the little race that we did in the commentators sort of special event. It was much the same as well. Trying to break away, it was very, very difficult. So some of the sort of the championships they do for the Mazda scholarship as well. Whenever iRacing covers those, you always see those huge packs in that as well. So it doesn't matter whatever series it is, and the guys always seem to level out ability-wise when you see them. These 5-6 car packs always, and it's the same with the mid pack as well. They're all pretty close, looking further back.
Yeah, definitely. Behind Hansford there is Landemore, and that's Landemore going way too wide there, and this might give Colin Robinson an opportunity to make a pass here. He's very close. Let's see if he can wind up a good run through the final corner as Landemore goes wide again.
Yeah, easy to make a mistake once you get offline here as well, just the nature of the circuit again, like every corner almost leading into every other one. So.
Just not close enough this time. Let's look back at the front. Dave Hampson has been able to open a slight gap to Cebulewski. It's about 7 tenths right now, but Brian Holmes is all over Cebulewski. It's about 2 tenths there. And Coleman is not too far behind, as Brian Holmes seems to be having some net issues tonight. He just lost there for a moment, and that allowed... No, it didn't, but Cebulewski still maintains the 2nd place. But Holmes is really all over the back of him. Let's see here, 8th place Adam McNally. Behind him also Jamie Ayres and Pete Newman. This battle is still going on here. I do have to point out that, at least on my screen, Steve Effort's car appears bright blue, but I believe he is driving for Team Momo. So I'm sure if the paint pack hasn't been updated, but that should be 3 teammates going there together with Ayres, Effort and Newman.
Yeah,
oh, and what happened to Coleman? Coleman is off.
Can we get a replay of that? Perhaps see what happened to Coleman?
Just looking at the replay, he was doing so well. They are going to the chicane. Just clipped the inside curb on the chicane. A little bit too hard, let the car start to bounce and then just spun on the exit. Let's see where he rejoins. He's all the way down to 11th. Behind this large group of cars. With Effort and Newman going side by side in turn 1 ahead of him. Oh, and that is Effort around.
Steve, normally a very consistent driver, makes very few mistakes, so unusual and characteristic mistake for him, so costly.
Also, Pete Newman is slowing down. Didn't notice if he had a mistake after that or if he's just waiting for Effort to give the place back. And here comes Effort. Yeah, looks like Pete Newman might have realized that it was his mistake and just wanted to give the place back. Right, not too much long to go here. About 2.5 minutes remaining. That's maybe around 2 laps at this pace. And while this lead battle is still going on here, only about 3 tenths between Hampson and Ceplevsky. But you can see it on the screen, there's practically nothing between them.
Well, we pretty much thought that this race was going to go to the wire, so...
Yeah, Ceplevsky really close there. And now they are coming to lap traffic. That might be Rizzo, isn't it? Yes, it is. Rizzo currently running 22nd, all by his lonesome. At this pace, the leading pack might catch him in a pretty bad spot. So let's hope that Rizzo is aware of them coming through. As Brian Holmes again having some internet connection issues, and that is not making the life any easier for the guys like who is that behind him? That's Aspire.
It's the worst. I know when you're trying to get a move done and you know the drivers just blink out there. It's absolutely the worst feeling. You just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we actually just saw that in the IMSA race. We had, I don't know who was driving the Audi, but going with the keyhole hairpin. He just started disconnecting and the guy behind him, he just had nowhere to go because he didn't know where the driver was going because he was blinking and disappearing. And that just led to an incident and crash. Ceplevsky looking for a cutback as Hampson runs wide and now has to defend the inside line. Cepi is able to just about hang on here. And now he has the inside line for the first of the chicanes, but it will quickly turn into an outside line for the next corner. And Brian Holmes is ready to bounce if anything happens between these two guys. And this will be the final lap. As the white flags comes out, and now it's a race to the finish between these guys.
Last few corners just to make kind of some decisive move. Very, very close.
But it does look like Dave Hampson is going to take the win here with Ceplevsky. It was Ceplevsky second and Brian Holmes third. And Aspire fourth and Warren Smith fifth. Let's see behind them. Ben Landemore and Steve Hansford good battle going toward there. Landemore might be just able to get them both place here. And do we have any other battles going on right now? Doesn't look like it. As my overlay completely gets mixed up with the results and standings. So, how did you like it? Your first race with the BSR MX5s?
I would have liked it a little bit more if I could have gone into the simulator rather than watching it behind, but no, it was a good race, and I've seen these guys go at it before, so yeah, I'm not surprised that you know, it's good hard racing. So epic finish there, very, very close, right to the wire. You really couldn't tell who was going to win that one. So yeah, same again, please, for the next one.
Yep, we are in good luck because we have 2 more races coming up. And I will just quickly go over the final results here and then we will do the reverse wheel. So, Dave Hampson takes the win, Ceplevsky second, Brian Holmes third, Aspire fourth, Anwar Smith fifth, Christoph Gillard sixth, Adam McNally seventh, Eric Coleman eighth, Jamie Ayres ninth, Ben Landemore 10th, Steve Hansford 11th, Nicola Robinson 12th, Roy Weberke 13th, Max Wright 14th, Steve Heppard 15th, Pete Newman 16th, Ron Murray 17th, Peter Van Gool 18th, Craig Jones 19th and Lee Deemer 20th. Lee Palmer, who is also the, I believe, last car to be eligible for the reverse wheel, And 21st, Cesar Rizzo, 22nd, 1 lap down, Scott Smith, 23rd, 1 lap down, and Stuart McFadden did not take the start. So now if I can sort out all my things here, I should be able to give us the reverse grid wheel. Just give me a moment. And here we go. Let's spin it and see what we get. It is going to be 22, but I believe that is effectively a full reverse. So with that, we will take a short break here and we will return with the second race of the evening with the BSR MX5. So see you then.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
From far away they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world and left us without warning.
Nick Candy, what a move. Truex on the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's it going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe.
Welcome back to the MX5 BSR Hub series. Alex Simpson, Samuli Kumo for race 2 of the penultimate round here at Zandvoort. We had a great race in the first one, and I think the second race is going to be just as thrilling. Basically a full reverse grid up for us this time, so be good to watch that massive group really that just was that front pack, see how quickly they can work their way through. So thrilling race, and yeah, I think got a good opportunity the guys have sort of in that mid pack. If they can work their way, maybe get a good start, get some places earlier on, they've potentially got a good chance of a win here. Again, short little 15-minute race. We saw in that last one, it wasn't necessarily easy to overtake as well. It was still, you know, you could get a run, you can get alongside. You thought you might get the corner, but then of course the track switches back on you, and then the high ground goes to the person on the outside. So yeah, what do you think, Smoothie? Opportunity to see a surprise winner in this one?
I definitely think so. And what we've seen with these second races is that we tend to see different people at the front. Some of the guys who are not necessarily the fastest qualifiers, but are able to just defend and race for their position, have been doing well in these second races. But I would still expect Zepilevsky and maybe Brian Holmes moving up to the front as well as Beard. But these races usually bring out the action here.
Waiting for the session to pick over so we can actually get confirmation of the grid. And here we go. So Cesaro Rizzo takes the front row with Lee Barmer. Then we've got Lee Deemer, and then Craig Jones, Peter Van Gool, Lorne Murray, Pete Newman, followed by Steve Hefford, Mark Wright, Roy Ververke, Colin Robinson, Steve Hansford, Ben Landamore, Jamie Ayres, Eric Coleman, Anna McNally. Then we've got Killard, Smith, Beard, Holmes, and then Chepalewski.
Thanks.
It looks like he's going to be starting from the pits or something, because his grid spot just looks a bit different. Looks a bit odd. I don't know if he's on the grid or not.
From last week, we do have 2 penalties, which is Cesar Rizzo and Lee Deemer. They will be just taking a pit lane start after the penalties from Imola. At least that is my understanding. Although I believe Lee Deemer is on the grid right now.
Yeah, and Cheppy was on the grid as well. Rizzo in the pits.
As the lights go green.
Yeah, good start from Lee. Of course, he'll instantly inherit the lead after Rizzo can't take the lights there. But good battle coming into turn 1. Everybody looks like they got a clean start. I don't see any accidents further back yet.
Slightly running wide there, but no mates. Oh, there is a. What was that?
Oh, I think
Big
that
mess.
Ayres into the wall hard as well. He's lost a bonnet. Who else is involved in that?
I believe Ben Landamore was involved in there as well.
Yeah, so some of that front pack really that wanted to get through nice and quickly. Yeah, that's not the best to start for them, but yeah, the leaders from the last race, they still seem relatively intact. Missed everything that's going on there, but again, that's broke the pack apart just a tiny little bit. I'm sure they'll all close back in relatively quickly. But yeah, that's really helped Lee Balmer and Dima there just at the front. They're having a great little battle right now.
Yep, it seems like the broke around the 10th place with Christoph Pilar falling slightly behind Colin Robinson behind. But otherwise we have this close back for the top 10 here, with Pete Newman looking for a way to make a move on the... Yeah, Pete Newman looking on the Lon Murray. With Max Bright in front of them. And who is that going all the way of number 29? That is Greg Jones. And getting showed wide there.
Yeah, Jones really suffering actually. Obviously wide again.
Oh,
And
that was a close with Cebilewski.
He's dropped down quite a bit when you look at that as well. Started what was 4th on the grid and finds himself way down now already.
You mean Greg Jones?
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. I think he was very fast through the first corner, but then just got in all kinds of trouble. Maybe just being a little bit too aggressive there. But he ended up paying the price and now has to make all those overtakes again.
Oh, I'm seeing a bit of an accident. Is that... who was that?
That is Lee Palmer. What happened there? Just taking a look at the replay.
Peter Van Gogh that he was side by side with?
Oh, he got helped by the number 79. That is Peter Van Gogh.
Yeah, so Barmer's car damaged at the back there as well. It's not going to help him. He's dropped way back after that.
And also it looks like Peter Van Gogh is also very slow.
Yeah, also down to 13th place after that as well. So yeah, unfortunate. So 13th and 14th for those two coming together.
Yeah, it
Again, that's
doesn't
just
look
going
like
to allow
Van
the
Gogh.
front guys lead Dima there just to spread apart and break away. Who's he got behind him now?
That's
Going to be
Hefford.
Hefford. Yeah, Hefford right there already. So Hefford looking strong, got good pace. Was 1.4 seconds back at the start of this lap, so he's closed that gap down quite a bit.
Closing even more. Now he's only 6th behind. And Pete Newman behind them seems to be falling back. But he certainly has company behind him. Just look at this group.
Yeah, great pattern. Nothing between them right now as well. So Cheppy just 0.3 of a second behind Max Wright closing in, and McNally just the equal distance behind. Then you've got Killard there, Murray, Hefford can move for the front though. I think they're side by side at the moment.
And still the DMR looking for a cutback here.
Yeah, not easy to do. He's on the outside now through the fast sweeping section up the hill. So get ready for what will be the drop down. This fast right-hander at the top of this hill, I think, is absolutely epic. I love it in any car that you drive.
Yeah, although I don't think it's going to be any trouble with these cars. That was here for just taking a small jump there over the curb.
There's quite a gap behind them now as well. So Newman is 4.5 seconds back now. So as Chipolewski makes a move on Max Wright dropping down the order. McNally's gone through as well. Chippy up to 4th place, 5.8 seconds behind our leader. Still plenty of time for him to come. Looking at the lap times, be good. But Hefford 1:54 the last lap, so he's no slouch either. It's going to be very difficult for him to make a move. Anwar Smith dropping down the order, just run off wide and off, picks himself up and off track, and down into 10th place.
Max Wright,
sorry. Yeah, Max Wright also moves back past McNally as well, so those guys exchanging positions.
Well, they are still going there side by side, and that is now Christoph Killard and McNally, with Killard moving past McNally here. McNally taking plenty of the inside curb, with Low Murray behind him taking maybe a little bit too much of the outside curb and running all the way wide. And ahead of them, that's Cebilewski going for it, going for the 3rd place against Pete Newman, and he might have it here. Clean pass, And behind them, Christoph Gillard going past. And actually that is Lon Murray and Max Wright from the column there.
Yeah, Max just trying to hold on to that.
He is currently 7th. With the two automatic teammates there, 7th and 8th.
Having a look at what the lap times were saying the last time by. So Hefford at 154.87. We've got Dima at the second place, 155.81. So about a second back. So he's dropping back a little bit now. I say that there's only half a second between them at the moment. But then you've got Stellion with a 154.6, the quickest driver out there at the moment. This little group behind, they're still exchanging positions. That's Killard, McNally, and Max Wright. Back and forth they go. Behind them we've got Murray trying to get involved on the action as well. Eric and Anwar just another 3.5 seconds back from them as well. So any mistake in that pack and yeah, could be a few places that you lose right now.
And it's really battles all the way down. Even at the outside the top 10, we have very close battles here between, well, it is Craig Jones and Steve Hansford, and behind them it's Robert Lee Palmer, Cesar Rizzo.
Yeah, great
all
little
these
group
guys.
actually. Great little group. Just to have a quick look what they were doing as well. There's nothing between them lap time wise as well. Very, very close. A little bit slower than our leaders, as you'd probably expect. Rizzo and Barmer very, very close. Rizzo obviously recovering from his pit lane start, so working his way up the field. Barmer drops behind Beard as well, so these guys moving forward.
And ahead of them, Hansford and Roy Werke going side by side in turn 1. Hansford just gets a better of him. And also I think that was just Palmer on the main straight letting other guys by, because he does have the damage.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate.
Oh, and Craig Jones ran all the way wide and comes into contact with was it Roy Werke?
Verke, yep. Picks up her off track out there on the
this
grass.
is very messy here. Cesar Rizzo slicing and dicing through.
Yeah, I was just seeing if they can survive through there. It's not easy through there to get by when such close proximity. The track is very narrow through that part there as well, so the guy's done a great job not to have major collision.
Yeah, even the downhill right-hander, it looks wide, but if you go over the line, you're just very easily understeering the gravel. Let's see where. Well, this is still going on, this Asbeard and Craig Jones battle here. Asbeard currently on the inside line with the number 1. Makes the move. Craig Jones looking back. Oh, that was a late dive there. Asbeard running a little bit too tight on the inside and might get a slowdown here, I think.
Yeah, I think he's got away with it. It doesn't seem to be slowing down, so got away with one there. And yeah, you can do. I think.
Oh, and Rizzo didn't get away with that one.
No, was fighting through, looking strong. Got himself, I think, just on the on like the lip of the curb, and rear end come around into the well, you know, some damage on that car now. He's going to have to. He's going to bring it into the pits.
Not this
I'm
time
not sure.
around.
No, he's not. No, he was just close to the pit line there for a moment. So
yeah,
it continues, but back down to 18th place. So not what he wanted.
Yeah, well, there's only like 4.5 minutes remaining. So if you don't have to repair, it might be just best to stay out.
I can't see Stellion getting to Hefford now. I'm going to take a look at what the lap times were the last time by as well. There's only 1/10 of a second in it, so Hefford looking very, very strong. I think Steve's Heff is just a little bit stronger in this car than he is the touring car, and he's showing it again today. Very, very good lap times. Pulling away now from Dima behind, who's 2.2 seconds. He may be a little bit vulnerable to Stellion, who is just over a second behind him at the moment, so might have a change on the podium positions. Newman behind them, 2.4 seconds. I can't see anything going on there. He's got a little gap to McNally as well. So I think, yeah, really, it's that battle for second place now. I think in the closing minutes, see if he can get there.
Yeah, I think Zebulski might be able to at least catch Redeemer, but Effort is one of the fast guys in this series, so I don't see him losing the lead unless he makes a major mistake. But the battle for 5th place is going to carry on all the way to the end, I think.
Well, they were side by side for P number 2. They crossed the start-finish line. They're literally thousandths of a second between them. As Stallion looks to the outside, he's going to try and late brake and hold it round there. Use the camber of the corner to hold the car up top, get on that power early and pull the car around a little bit wide on the exit. But seems to have the line. Of course, the advantage switches back, but fortunately for Lee, he's just not able to keep his nose alongside. So that's allowed Stallion through. And he'll continue up the hill and try and build that gap. 2.7 seconds to Hefford. But like I say, yeah, so Hefford looks pretty comfortable, but a good move around the outside. Not easy to do though.
Yeah, clean move there. And Zebulski's previous lap was 1 second faster than Hefford, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough here. Redeemer still hanging on, only 8 tenths behind. So let's see, maybe he's able to look for an overtake to recover it, but it doesn't really look like it. Yeah,
no, the gap
he's
seems
way
to be
slower.
going up all the time here on the live timing as well, so. Closest battle is probably Lorne Murray and Max Wright at the moment. When is the white flag out?
Let's see, Hefford is coming through here. We will get one more
One
lap.
more, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be around 1 minute 20 when we get across the finish line. And these are 1 minute 55 lap times that we've been running here.
Yeah, of course, it will put a little bit more pressure on Hefford having Stallion behind him, but he'll have seen that in the mirror, seen it on his relative that he's there, but he'll know 2.5 seconds is the gap now. He'll know as long as he doesn't make any kind of silly mistake, this race is his.
Oh, and there is moves happening all over the place behind them. That is Eric Coman and Anwar Smith going at it. And that might be Anwar Smith through on the third one, but Coman is fighting back. Trying to hang on the outside line, but just wasn't able to keep at it.
Thought he was going to put his nose back in there for a minute as well into the hairpin, but decided better off it. Gets a better run, I think, coming over the hill, so maybe have an opportunity, but it's always difficult to get a pass here. It really is sort of single file.
Yeah, and down here, this is just a high risk move if he's going to put anything here. Gets a good run though.
I mean, these guys are only 9 seconds behind our race leader, so it just goes to show Smith got quite a bit of damage on the back of his car, runs a little bit wide.
And Craig Jones has had an issue. And I think that might be an issue with the barrier. He's side by side with Lee Palmer here. Oh, and Lee Palmer just clips him going through the uphill. And that might be
him done on the final lap of the race, gutted. Where's our race leader at the moment? It's just going through the chicane and the carousel coming out of there, and no real problems for him at all. Stallion's closed in a little bit, but nothing really. Good final lap from Steve Hefford here. No mistakes in this race. Got the lead early on and just never really looked back. Great drive.
Yeah, great peaceful drive from Hefford. I think that's all you can ask for in the second race. As this big battle pack comes through. No major changes here. I also noticed Anwar Smith might have had an issue on this lap. Just taking a look at it. Well, he's been off, but let's see if he can find a reason for it. Was it help from Eric Coman? No, he just runs wide.
drops him all the way down to 14th place as well. So again, he'll be gutted to sort of lose that spot on the way after what was a good race.
Let's see, who are we still waiting for? Peter Van Gool comes through. That is 18th place, I believe.
We've got
Again,
Landemore after that, if he's
Yes.
still out there. Yes, he is.
Yes,
there he
he is.
goes.
And the final driver is Jamie Ayres, I believe. He's currently about halfway through the field.
Yeah, we haven't got Craig Jones hasn't crossed the finish either, but of course he retired back to the pits, so he won't be. Wait for Ayres to come across the start-finish line, and we'll bring the final classifications up for you.
Did we miss what happened to Jamie Ayres? Because it seems like he has been in the pits for some repairs, and he is fairly quick driver in this series.
Yeah, I'm not sure now. Do you think he obviously had some problem that I'm not sure we caught, but there he goes across the start-finish line.
And that is all the drivers.
Okay, so the final standings then. Steve Heather takes the win, 1.8 seconds clear of Stelian Chipolewski in the end. Great drive from 21st all the way to second place for him, and Hefford from 8th to 1st as well. Liedema holds on to his third place start to finish third as well, so great job from him. Not easy to do when you've had that sort of reverse grid. Good podium. Pete Newman from 7th to 4th, 3 places for Pete. Good drive, only 5.5 seconds from the leader, and then you've got Christoph Killard there in 15th, all the way up from 15th in 5th, all the way up from 17th. Adam McNally from 16th to 6th as well, so good drive from him. Max Wright is in 7th place. Lorne Murray is 8th. In 9th we have Eric Coleman. Rounding out your top 10 is Colin Robinson. Steve Hansford was in 11th, 16 seconds behind, just a mere 4/10 behind Robinson. Ashley Beard finishes in 12th place, followed by Brian Holmes. Anwar Smith, after that mistake on the final lap, finishes in 14th place, 21 seconds behind our leader. Lee Barmer was looking so strong at the start of this race, started in second, had that hiccup unfortunately, dropped himself all the way down to 15th place where he finished. Cesaro Rizzo was coming through the pack very, very strongly after starting from the pit lane. Unfortunately, he found that curb on the exit of the final turn, spun him around. 16th place for him. Roy Ververke, we saw his little excursions as well earlier on in the race, 10th to 17th, so not the race that he would have wanted for sure. Peter Van Gool, 5th to 18th, much of the same story for him. Ben Landemore also had problems, 13th to 19th. Jamie Ayres is your 20th place finisher, and Craig Jones, of course, crashed out on the final lap of the race.
Thank you for that, Lex. And I've also just realized that, well, doing this reverse grid wheel is going to be just formality, because we have 21 finishes and the lowest number on the wheel is 22.
Okay.
So let's just spin it and see if we get the full reverse or full reverse.
Just for the heck of it.
Yeah. We got to hear the music.
Well, that's what it's all about, really.
And look at that. It's a full.
Perfect. So Jamie Ayres is going to take pole position, assuming he doesn't have a penalty, of course. If that is the case, much like we had the last one, it'll be Ben Landemore that sets off from what will be the inherited pole position. Peter Van Gool will be in third, Roy Ververke will be fourth, and Cesaro Rizzo will be fifth. Now, of course, he's got a great opportunity for fifth to rectify that race that he's just had there. So stay with us. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time, get this server put up, the reverse grid sorted, and yeah, we'll be back in just a short while. So stay tuned. We'll be back.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
From far away they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world and left us without warning.
a move. Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's gonna be into stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to the final round of the BSR MX5 Cup Series. Alex Simpson and Samuli Kumo here for the final race of the evening. We've had two great races so far, Samuli, and I think this one's going to be just as epic. Front 10 spots, so Craig Jones takes the pole, Jamie Ayres is in second, Ben Landemore is third, Roy Ververke and Cesaro Rizzo, Lee Balmer, Anwar Smith is in 7th, Brian Holmes is 8th, Ashley Beard is 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Steve Hansford. So yeah, let's see what these guys can do. I'm definitely putting my money on Rizzo, I think, having a really strong race this one.
Yeah, I think he really needs to have a strong race, and he definitely wants one. But I think we will see Zeplewski. Oh, that's loud. Zeplewski rising through the ranks, and who is that already slow off the grid? That must be... that is Max Wright, I believe, in the Team Automech.
Yeah, problems for Max Wright, but good start generally for everybody. Let's look further back, see if everybody gets through turn 1. I don't see any spinners. So yeah, we look good for the first couple of corners. This tight hairpin, this is always the struggle point where everything bunches right down. So narrow through there, especially on the exit. And is that somebody on the inside?
Yeah, Lee Barmer was off there, and they are going all the way 3 wide here. This Steve Efford, Pete Newman, Dave Hampson. Hampson, who won the first race, currently 17th, and looking for another good result from this race as well. And I hear some contact. Who was that? It might have been Craig Jones and Anwar Smith.
Yeah, and Balmer off again,
very close.
So more problems for him. He's actually come to a standstill as well, back to the pit. So yeah, big time problems for him. He's out of the race.
And I believe Max Wright, he might have taken the jump start because he was the only one whose previous lap time was showing. And I believe that happens when the driver takes the jump start. Rizzo and Craig Jones coming together. And Rizzo going around. And that's in a really bad place, and he drops all the way to 19th.
Yeah, it was patient there, you know. We put, unfortunately, we commentator cursed him there. We said he was looking good for this one. So, but yeah, he did the right thing. Stayed still, made sure he didn't do anything too rash. Drivers were just able to come around him, but then he spun the car around, and yeah, continues. Good little battle though. Look at this down the main straight. Craig Jones, side by side.
With Ben Landmore and
Oh,
that
3
is
wide.
Aspeared. Oh, and Craig Jones and Eric Komen make contact.
Always good racing in the MX-5s. Very, very close.
Yeah, Aspeared all over the back of Ben Landmore here for the third place. Might be going to take the outside line through the uphill. Doesn't quite get the overlap here, but is still close enough to maybe make a move here in the downhill. Let's see.
Yeah, I think he'll sit tight, to be honest. It's so difficult to get there. He wants to run out of there. Maybe see if he can stick his nose, drops back a little bit through there. Obviously very blindside, so difficult to stay that close. Maybe poke his nose at the inside of the right hander. Such a wide apex into the here, so you really can just do that little surprise attack. And did have a little look. It's around the outside now, trying to hold it around. Needs to get a good exit here. Doesn't quite get off the corner as he wanted, so couldn't finish the move, but he will get a slightly better run. Not close enough to
No, not this time around. But behind them there is battle going on with Roy Burke and Craig Jones. And also this whole gaggle behind them. It is Christoph Gillard, Colin Robinson, Dave Hampson and Stelian Sepelewski.
yeah, difficult for Stellian to work his way through when the group is that close. But yeah, that definitely is a gaggle there.
Meanwhile, at the front, Jamie Ayres has already managed to pull 1.1 second gap over Anwar Smith on second place.
Yeah, well, Smith actually a little bit quicker that lap. So a 1:53.53 compared to a 0.82. So a little bit colder conditions in this one as well. So lap time's a little bit quicker.
Yeah, and on the third place, the battle between Aspeared and Landmore has now settled with Aspeared making the move. But that battling cost them 3.5 seconds to Anwar Smith. So now
Yeah.
Aspeared really needs to get the move on. Get the lap times in if he wants to catch Smith and Ayres.
A big old pack behind them as well. Craig Jones 2.3 seconds behind Brian Holmes, and actually just loses a spot to Verke. So Verke up and through.
And behind them it's Murray and Christoph Gillard. And also a race 1 winner, Dave Hampson.
Oh, a problem for Brian Holmes. That connection problem. He just dropped off of the.
That might have been. We saw
Mike's-
that in the previous race as well.
Yeah, he dropped off his
And
timing
Sepelewski
speed.
on the inside line here makes contact with. That was Christoph Gillard, yes.
Yeah,
And
Killard
also
and
Dave
Fudge.
Hampson.
Yeah, both those guys dropping down. 14th for Hampson now, and Killard is 17th now. So yeah, up front, Sam very, very close right now. Anwar Smith and Ayres exchanging positions.
Wow, that must have been some issues because I believe it was like 1 second gap the previous race lap. Jamie Ayres desperate to get by.
They had
Practically,
themselves a
yeah,
reasonable
no
gap,
difference
didn't they?
between
They don't want to fight too much. This gap's going to close up behind, so they need to get by very, very quickly. 1/10 of a second between them as they separate. Ash Beard only 2.3 seconds behind them now as well.
Now Anwar Smith, well, Ayres wasn't close enough this time. And also behind them, this battle continues between Landmore, Eric Komen and Brian Holmes. Brian Holmes, another very fast driver here. Desperately looking for a way past here. And is that issues for Sepelewski? Oh no, that is issues for, who is that? Steve Hansford, Steve Hethford, and probably Lee Deemer. Just take a look But look back at the replay, it's on the hairpin.
Oh yeah, a few drivers are going to be out with this one. So just take a look back, see if we can see exactly what happened.
Yeah, they ended up 3 wide on the exit and just there wasn't enough room there.
Very easy. I said at the start of the race, it really closes down there, and on the exit, they were battling pretty hard going in there, so not surprised. Side by side all the way in, so.
Cebilevski kinda got lucky there. He was one of the guys that went there 3 wide, but he was on the inside and was just able to avoid any kind of damage or collision there.
Yeah, used his head really and made sure that, like you say, he was up the inside, so Dippy on and up into the 10th spot, so 8 seconds behind the leader, so definitely no chance of getting towards the front, I think, in this one.
No, but it is enough for maybe good top 10 result, so that's still points for the championship.
Yeah, I think, you know, possibly sort of a top 5 might even still be on here as well, so moving
Meanwhile,
through quite nicely,
yeah,
good
look
run.
at this for the 4th place. 3 wide through the main straight into the turn 1. That's Brian Holmes on the inside, and Landemore and Eric Coleman come together. Brian Holmes says thank you and takes the place. Which I believe he was already at the 4th place. When Landemore diving on the inside, that was really late move. Another collision. If they're not careful, they might be able to hit the incident limit.
They look like they've all survived. Let's see.
Yeah, somehow. Also, look at this at the front. It's now a 3-way battle for the lead between Smith, Ayres and Beard.
Yeah, all that battling's just closed them right back up, hasn't it? So
As Beard makes
just
a move
saying
for the
thank
second
you
place.
Yeah, he just says thank you very much for that. I'm going to come through.
But just comparing the lap times, as Beard's previous lap was 53.1, Ayres was currently 3rd, as my timing is completely wonky. But
Yeah,
Aaron Smith's-
53.1, and
Yeah.
Smith 54.6.
Oh,
so, you know,
and Aspeed completely messes up the entry. And I'm surprised if that is not a slowdown penalty for him.
I think he might have got away with it again. We've seen that twice now, not just from Beard, but other drivers. So, but yeah, holds on.
Oh, what happened to Cebilevski? He has disappeared from my time screens. You know what? He might have gotten disqualified.
Yeah, mine too. Let's have a look, see if I can see the point where he disappeared.
There is an off-track incident. He's coming towards the chicane. He's still there. That might be, yep, that is at least a bump from Dave Hampson, and that is enough for the disqualification.
Nothing worse is there than you get hit from behind and you get disqualified.
Yes, Dave Hampson continues on the 9th place.
Well, the front 3 obviously just separated apart again as well. So 1 minute they were 3 wide. Now they're, you know, a good second apart from each other. But Beard 1.2 seconds behind Smith. Smith will want to hold on to this. Not long to go. 5 minutes now.
Yeah, these are pretty long laps here, but surprisingly we are able to just see this kind of close back racing that we don't usually see in the long tracks. At least, my opinion, impression is that usually with the longer circuits the field tends to spread out much more.
Yeah, we've done this track quite a few times ourselves, you know, and I think it is one of those circuits that actually there's not a huge amount of time that can be gained or lost. Get the basics right of the circuit, actually going to be quite competitive.
And yeah, I absolutely agree. And here again this fifth place battle. This is just crazy here. And now Ben Landemore joins the one with Adam McNally. And Dave Hampson makes a move on Greg Jones for the 9th place. I think he is just recovering that place. As McNally goes side by side with Ben Landemore on the final corner. Ben Lundmore is able to hold on, but then let's see if he's able to hold on to turn 1. McNally looking for it. Takes the inside line. Lundmore gives just a little bit of squeeze in there. And is able to hang on to the odds line, and now this quickly becomes the favorable line for Ben Lundmore, and McNally has to pull back.
Yeah, good defending there as well. Just took a tiny bit of extra speed in there, like you're saying. Use that camber on the outside just to ensure that he got the better run out. So, and actually now has a good chance at attacking Landemore here, up and over the hill. He'll want to try and move forward if he can.
Oh, that is a late dive there as well. And there goes Eric Coleman.
Poor Coleman there, really, just innocent victim.
And also that might be David Hampson disqualified from that incident. Adam McNally seems to have an issue, he's very slow through there.
Very close at the front as well, side by side in fact.
You're right. No moves here, but now Beard gets a much better run through there as Anwar Smith runs wide.
Yeah, they're still going to be side by side going into this sort of long final corner. A few minutes to go. Can he get the slipstream? He really needs to make a move now. This lap would definitely be the best one to do it. Next one's going to be running a bit close.
He's still on that outside line, he really needs to just hang on to it.
Seeing that you can hold it around the outside. A little bit of a battle going on behind as well. Between Ayres and Holmes.
Yeah, Holmes, his teammate.
A 7,000th of a second as they went across the line. Beard not able to complete it around the outside, so he's got perhaps one more attempt at it.
Yeah, this is the final lap. Yeah, so... And here he comes. A little bit unconventional line there by Beard. But if he's not getting slowed down, he should be able to make this move. And that is Beard to the lead.
Yeah, good move. It's not easy to hold it on the inside there. It would have been too easy for Smith to dive up the inside. What he needs to do now is make sure he holds on to second place, because Brian Holmes and Jamie Ayres are right there as well. So we've got 4 cars separated by about 4 seconds on this final lap of the race of the evening as well. So great way to finish. Different lines being taken all over the place there as well. Some really compromising lines. Going to slow them down somewhat at the exit. And who knows who's going to be going into this chicane, into whichever position.
Yeah, there's still opportunity for Anwar Smith to make a late dive here.
Oh.
That's Brian Holmes who made a late dive and used Smith as a braking point. Smith was very slow through from that corner, but Brian Holmes wasn't just quite enough to get a good run. But Jamie Ayres is very close to Brian Holmes here.
Yeah, will he be able to get the jump on him? Is the checkered flag out?
Checkered flag is out, and that is Beard comes across the line and takes the win in this 3rd race of the evening.
Yeah, good race from him. Very close behind as well. Look at the time, just 32 hundredths of a second separating Brian Holmes and
look at that! 6th place, Ben Lundmore and McNally. They clipped just before the finish line.
Oh, they both finished? Did they come across the line?
I think they just got across the finish line. McNally was following so close that when Ben Lundmore moved over, it just spun Ben around.
Rizzo, after we cursed him, finished 8th, so not the best result for him. He really would have hoped for a good one there.
It's still a top 10, so I'd say that's a good recovery drive from the problems early on.
Yeah, we've got driver right at the back, Lorne Murray. 1 minute and 23 behind, so again a race for him to forget.
Yes, he's been at the pits for 30 seconds, so he's had some repairs. But we've also seen quite a few retirements this time around. With Eric Coleman, Steve Hansford, Dave Hampson, Stelian Sepilevsky, Steve Effort and Lee Palmer not making to the end.
Just wait for him to come across the line and we'll take us through the final standings of the evening. Here he comes. And with that, that completes the racing for tonight. So, Ashley Beard takes the final race, 15 minutes and 26 seconds. Just a 400th of a second in front of Anwar Smith, who actually drove a fantastic race. Be a little bit gutted not to win that one. Closest I've seen him in the different series that he raced in, but hopefully he can get one. Brian Holmes in third place, just about held on from Jamie Ayres at the end there. Just 32 hundredths of a second separating those. Fifth place was Roy Viverke. Ben Landemore followed him. Adam McNally in 7th. Cesaro Rizzo, in 8th. Lee Deemer is in 9th. 10th place was Craig Jones, Max Wright, Colin Robinson, Pete Newman, 11th, 12th and 13th. Killard there in 14th. 15th was Lorne Murray. Eric Coleman was the first of the cars a lap down. Steve Hansford, David Hampson, Stelian Chepelevsky, who we saw get disqualified. Steve Hefford with the crash out early on, and then Lee Barmer 8 laps down in the end. Is your last, well, not your last runner, but certainly last place in classifications, 21st. Well, thank you, Mr. Kumo. It's been a pleasure. For those of you wondering where Adam is, of course, he's over on the Club 73 channel at the moment, covering Andrew Woodhouse while he's away. So if you wanted to catch Adam, just head on over there and watch that. He'll be back next week for the final round of the championship, of course. I believe you're back for that one as well, Mr. K?
Yep, I will be here. I'll be here every week, every day. Well, not every day, but anyways. What do we have coming next week? We have the Porsches on the Monday, and on Tuesday do we have the recovery?
Yeah, so Monday, obviously the Porsches. Then we also have Monday night, Tuesday morning. It's the Rickman Sports Car Series. So if you're up and you can't sleep and you're counting sheep at 2 o'clock in the morning, well, tune into Apex Racing TV. Me, Andrew, and Adam will be on for that one. Great racing there. Yeah, Tuesday, of course, we've got the BSR Renault 2.0 Series, just over halfway through that championship now as well. So. League don't have quite so many drivers in that one as well, so the championship points are pretty fiercely contended to see who's going to get into the showdown, that's for sure. Thursday we've got the touring car action as well, massive grids with the support Porsche series in that one as well, and then we're back into the weekend, and it is
I think the season are just about to come close.
Yeah, I think they've all completed,
Sim Races
didn't they?
Asia.
Yeah, Sim Races Asia, but the V8 Supercars is over, isn't it? So
yeah, the V8 Supercars returns on 17th next month.
Yeah, and then we're back for more of the Sunday action again. So
do we still have the Club 73 next week?
That's it. So right, thank you everybody for tuning in. Sorry I haven't been Adam Barth. I know how good he is at doing the solo comms, and I had the few technical issues, but we got there in the end. And as always, Sam, pleasure working with you. And head on over to Club 73, tune into that, just the final bit of the race there. But from myself and Smooley, it's a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and those in the UK, the bank holiday weekend. We'll catch you again next time.
iRacing.com is a